Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in. We are coming to you live from the Aramith Simonis Arena here at the Sheraton Norfolk Waterside Hotel, yet once again, as Pat Fleming presents to you the 2022 International Open. Thank you all for being here in attendance. I can feel the energy in the air as we're going through these elimination rounds. None of this could have been possible without our three title sponsors, Diamond Billiard Products, Simonis Cloth, and Aramith Balls. So without further ado, let's get on with our show. Bringing to you, first up, coming to us from Japan. He's the 2021 US Open third place finisher, 2022 Kanto Open champion, and the Japan Open 10 Ball runner-up, sponsored by Accu-Stats and Owl Products. It's Naoyuki Oi. And his opponent, coming to us from Spain, the 2019 World Youth Champion and the 22 Spain Champion, sponsored by Predator and DS Billiards, it's La Macarena, Jonas Souto. Gentlemen, you may approach the table and lag for the first break. Our official timekeeper for this match is Dwayne Payne, and our very, very special commentators, Mr. John Schmidt and Mark Wilson, will take it from here.
Welcome back, pool fans, to the 9-ball action for tonight. Most of you know that I love play great pool, and we are honored to have great player John Schmidt alongside.
How you doing, Mark?
Doing great. Souto versus Oi. This figures to be another great contest here as we've gotten deep into the 9-ball event, and we'll conclude Saturday night.
Yeah, Oi, without a doubt, the funniest player I've ever had the pleasure of watching. He's a great talent, a great player, but he's hands down the funniest player, and his antics are hilarious. He did a famous interview a few years ago that is unbelievably funny. So he's quite easy to pull for. Souto, I'm not as familiar with, but I know he's a young phenom, and he'll have Oi's full attention.
Made the one on the break. Blessed with a good shot on the two. The 3-6 combination, not easy, but playable.
Yeah, you really want to try to get close to that 3-6, as you know, Mark. The closer you are, the better for the combinations. And a tough one, even if you fell perfect on it. He would be thrilled to get through this rack. And now his cue ball's falling away from the 3 moving into the rail. He would have to hit this at high speed, and your make percentage goes way down.
Yeah, it fallen off the mark enough that now it's no longer really advisable. I think safety play is going to be his best. And, you know, I think he could float forward here and just use the 6 as a blocker.
Yeah, he's running off the side of the 3, I believe. I would play safe here myself. Very smart. Very heady play for the young man. Oh, a bad roll and a good roll at the same time. Now, do you like driving the 3 upstream and trying to hold behind the brown 7?
I think how full you need to hit that to stay behind the 7 goes into the 8.
Yeah. You know what I try to do here, if I can get away with it sometimes, is hit this with a high right cue ball, where the cue ball kind of hugs the rail, and the 3. He's trying something a little different here.
I think he's going 2 cushions.
Wow. Oh, nice touch. 2. Nice shot by Oi. Yeah, there's always a few options, and these pros always seem to find a good one.
That was a good one.
Boy, how about that match earlier with Earl Strickland losing Hill to Souto here. Boy, was that dramatic. The whole room was glued.
I like that decision to not use side spin, and that way it gets separation. So pretty heady kick there for a young player. Jonas Souto from Spain. Not familiar with his game. I've only watched it just a little bit here this week.
Yeah, if you just got by Earl Strickland and you're still in the tournament, I would venture to say he's pretty awesome. But, yeah, I haven't quite watched him play. really an up close. I've seen a frame or two, but I haven't sat and watched a whole race to 10. Very nice. Not much luck here. He needs the 3 to hold on. Well, that's not bad. You like dropping down underneath the 7 here off the 3? Looks pretty natural, doesn't it?
Yeah. Might have an offensive shot, too. It's hard to tell from where we're at. And every time I say, oh, he's got to go safe, then they just roll it into the side or something on me. So,
man, I think he's going to play safe.
Look at where he's putting his finger. So, you called it.
Well, the cut was just so thin. I immediately lean towards the coward route. You know, I'm always looking to duck and hide, and so it just jumps right out at me. Wow, he shot it anyway.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Oh,
good.
That's interesting. Yeah. Good shot. I'm glad he didn't make the 3. Yeah, I heard big news from a Euro player that Emily Fraser made the decision tonight. Earl's on the team. I mean, that's what I was told. Doesn't mean it's an absolute fact, but that's pretty exciting for Earl. And after losing that Hill set, as disappointed as he was, that has to be exciting news for him. He'll find out soon, I'm sure. Scratch by Oi.
Yeah, he kicked and hit it. No good.
Not the start he was looking for. Well, the 7 to the 8 is the one shot that can get away from you. That'll be Oi's last chance to steal this game. You figure a top player will go 4-5-6 most of the time, but that 7-8 transition's a little cue ball movement. It can go awry. Now you got to make a good shot here now that he's a little tree topped over the 9. I've missed these before. Elevated using just a touch of left-hand English. And he hit that with pretty much a 12 o'clock cue ball, but made it look easy. Yeah, these shots here when I'm dogging it, you know, you can just overcut the 7 through the right side of the hole and go a foot longer than you mean to. This looks routine, but yeah, nice shot. Hit it perfect.
Yeah, fell in there perfect where you can just stop the cue ball.
Yeah,
great
beautiful
shot.
Yeah, these are both world-class players, and they both believe they can win the tournament. You know, nobody's ever going to walk up to you and say, you know, I think you can win the tournament. You have to tell yourself that. You have to believe that, or you're going to have trouble ever winning. Because if you don't believe in yourself, hardly anybody else will. Most people like to come up and tell you what you can't do, and you have to believe what you can do to have any chance. Always won plenty of big tournaments, but this one is the biggest. This is one of the biggest tournaments in the world, toughest fields ever, huge money, long races, tight tables. This is the real deal right here. This is like winning the Masters if you're a golfer.
Yeah, it's always been one of my very favorite events.
Yeah, this is as a player, you dream of winning an event like this.
I've only been coming out here about 40 years, from the days when it was the U.S. Open in Barry's pool room. Get a look at Oi's break. That was good.
Oh, he's got to look at the 2, I believe. Boy, he has to make a nice shot to get on this 3, even if he can see the 2. I don't know what in the world he's going to do here. I just don't see any kind of natural route to the 3. You could try to draw between the 5 and the rail, but man, that can go bad.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you clip the 5 first,
Yeah.
you can end up froze against the 4.
Chip the 5 out, block the 3. I mean,
this might be one of those where he has to drop down to the back rail and shoot the 3 up table. Well, we'll find out. What a shot.
Beautiful.
Nice
Beautiful
shot, Naoyuki Oi. Yeah, there's an interview with him on YouTube from about 5 years ago. It's really one of the funny. It was hilarious, really. He is quite a character. They follow him around with a film crew usually. He is quite famous in Japan and has quite a following.
have you been to Japan before?
No, I haven't.
Interesting place.
Yeah, I haven't been many places outside U.S. Japan would be one of them I would go to. I've heard it's pretty nice. Beautiful, beautiful.
Real good shot.
Overran it just a touch, but you figure 2 there. I think he has to he might be able to pinch this with right English and hold it. And that's what he'll elect to do if possible. But it's one of those shots, if there's another half-inch angle, you might have to go cross table and back. I think he's holding it. Yeah, very nice.
Oh,
very nice.
Kind of got tangled up on the 9. Maybe got enough here. I guess he's okay.
I would favor a high right cue ball here. Let the cue ball come across, shoot the 8 in the same pocket. Hold your head steady on these. Very nice. He hit it perfect. This is one of the prettier little shots in pool. Either a high right English 2 rails out of there or a bottom left and draw into the line. I like this little shot. It just comes back to the rail and then turns right just a touch. Oh no, okay. Couldn't do it that way. That one there is a little more stressful, crossing the line. Sometimes your cue ball freezes over on the rail. He hit that really nice.
And that tells you just how straight he was.
Yes, yeah. The cue ball was moving to his left when he drew it just a tiny bit.
Exactly. 1-1 is our score if the cue ball doesn't reach.
Nice shooting.
And that's the score. I had a most interesting episode when I went to Japan. Couple things, really, but anyway, we're going through the customs immigration area, and you've been up all night, you're tired.
Yeah.
And they have drug dogs with, heavily armed police officers there, which I'm all cool about.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm just waiting my turn to get through there. Well, the guy in front of me, all of a sudden the dog goes crazy. It starts attacking his luggage and viciously. And then the guard is waving me by, but I don't want to go by this dog.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know about that,
Yeah, right.
But then it was weird because, I'm worried about getting by the dog, like he's thinking that maybe I'm up to something.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, that happened. And the other thing is I flew in. You couldn't get Maury tips over here at all. They were new. $40 a piece.
Right.
I was at the airport, flew in, and there's a little old man, and he keeps dropping one of his 4 pieces of luggage, and I got to figure it out, so I help him with it. He waves, and he can't say thank you, but, because he speaks Japanese, I didn't think nothing of it. Anyway, I got the train, went downtown. Next day, I'm at the place to prepare. We're at the convention center, and boy, this guy comes up. I'm just trying to hit balls, and he goes, hey, yesterday you helped a guy, but I'm thinking he wants money. I've never seen this guy in my life. And I'm just saying, no, I just want to practice. No, you don't understand. It's this guy. Let me talk about this break for a moment. Souto breaking. Extreme left side of the box.
Nice
One
break,
finds the mark.
Who's going to hang up for him?
No.
Possibly no. Even
Oh,
better.
what a
3,
great
8.
opportunity
Look
here.
at this. Yeah, the 8 you figure to never hardly miss.
So anyway, okay, he goes, no, hey, listen, it's that guy up there in the bleachers. And sure enough, it was that little old man I helped at the airport the day before. And I go, oh, yeah, that's cool. And he's waving at me and stuff. And he goes, he'd like to repay you for your kindness. I said, oh, I don't want anything. You know, what would you do? Give me $5? And
Yeah.
well, ended up being Mr. Maury. And he says, if you don't accept gesture, then it's an insult.
Oh, wow.
Problem.
Yeah, big problem. That's about the only way no kidding.
Yeah, and he gave me a whole handful of tips when you couldn't get them.
Well, yeah, that's like
that was cool.
$500. Yeah.
It's just a random
Sure.
guy in a heavily populated airport.
Well, you're one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and you help everybody everywhere you go. I think that's just kind of fitting that somebody would treat you kindly.
Yeah.
I've seen you drive 4 hours round trip to do a free lesson for a junior to help them and stuff. With gas at $6 a gallon. So, I mean, you're always out there. You're such an asset to Pool, Mark, and we are lucky to have you, bud. And I know you never tell a story, virtue signaling or moral grandstanding or anything. It's just you're just a true treasure to the sport. I've been around you 20 years, and if we had more Mark Wilsons, we'd be in good shape. Boy, can he hit this?
He's going to nip it.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a shot. It didn't even look available.
And barely got past the 6. You know,
Right.
I mean, boy, that was a dangerous play. Not that he had a better choice.
No,
I'm just saying.
that was fantastic.
He picked out the right shot and executed it and did as well as he possibly could reasonably get.
I kind of like him, banking the 3 over behind the 4 somewhere, cue ball over by the 5, pretty basic. He's had to shoot 100 of these this week. This is a pretty standard side-to-side safety that comes up all the time. But still, you can hit them bad. Oh, he hit it perfect.
Tell me.
Yeah, he hit it
tell me
perfect.
about it. I don't know. He's looking across the table like he can get at it.
Another one where it's just, he can come off the right side of the 3 and try to drip down behind the 9 somewhere.
Super thin hit required.
No, it's going to leak out most of the time there. Left
little
a tough
heavy.
he left a shot, unmissable one. The uninformed would say this is an easy one, but when your cue ball's near the rail like that, we all know how tough it is. And you can't roll it and let your cue ball go forward. You have to have a sliding cue ball here, and elevation with your backhand adds difficulty. See how he does. Nice shot. See, that buckled the point there. Very nice shot. He's happy that went down. I wish pool was more like bull riding, where it looked as hard as it actually is. But pool, these pros make it look so easy that just looks like, they move their forearm and all the balls go in, but not exactly.
No. Like if you butcher a safety, like it throws you on the ground.
Yeah, like the bull riding, you can if you've never ridden a bull, you're like, you're going to do what?
Yeah.
You're going to strap yourself to that bull? How'd you like to go on a little world trip gambling at pool? Go to Taiwan and play J.L. Chang, drop by Moscow, play Federer, then cruise over to South Dakota, play Shane Van Boning some 10-ball, maybe cruise down to New Orleans, play Tony Chohan some 1-hole.
It would be fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah, I guess, if you want to call that fun. Go to Japan, play Oi some.
It's like Louis Roberts one time. They said, Louis Roberts, how much money do you think you've lost in your pool career? And he thought about it a minute. He goes, a sizable down payment on an aircraft carrier.
Yep. Yeah, like Scotty Townsend, he used to say, I've never lost. I just ran out of money a few times. Yeah, very nice out. by Souto. Taking a bite of the energy bar. That's or the kind of a healthy energy bar and a banana. Yeah, I like the players that are drinking like water and eating healthy. They're tough to beat. You know, the Dr. Pepper and candy bars, I mean, that doesn't really work. I never did do that. I like to drink and eat healthy, get a lot of sleep at tournaments, and I think that's the best way to go.
A real pool player can derive all his basic needs from a Snickers bar and a Pepsi.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
I remember I'd room
Look
with
at that
Johnny Archer
eyeball.
sometimes, and he would literally have just liters of Mountain Dew.
Oh.
And I mean, he would literally drink like a liter of a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew, bag of potato chips, bunch of M&Ms. You know, it's just that was his. That's how he did it. I don't know how he's alive still, honestly. Yeah, he really. I used to tease him. I'm like, Johnny, you cannot drink a swimming pool of Mountain Dew weekly and like do well.
Pretty nice layout here for Oi.
Yeah, you really got to be delicate with this combination. He doesn't want the 3 to follow the 8 in, of course. We all know that, but this can go bad.
The 8 lays way to the left side of the pocket, too. So you.
Yeah, nice touch.
Oh, really
nice
good touch. Sometimes I can get away from you.
Oh, yeah. Tell you what, he's got it. I mean, he's got to hit a heck of a shot here to get around that 9, get up table.
Yeah, how does he?
The 9 kind of looks in the way, but I think it can get past it and then spread out with the outside English. Nice shot. Trying to 4-rail above it. Look at here. What a play.
Fantastic
shot.
Yeah,
the crowd acknowledges it. Well, that was a great shot.
It was.
To use a bridge and have that much feel and power.
It's so deceptive, too. It's
yeah.
People think, well, that just wants to go there. No, there's a lot of things that could go wrong, and only one thing could go right.
I said this the other day, but when you let these great players have, I mean, what is this, the 7th or 8th day in this building, and they've done nothing but play pool, the same amount of humidity, friction on the tables. I mean, they are so dialed in that the level of play from about here on in till Saturday night is unbelievable. I mean, they really hardly are making any more mistakes. I've watched a few matches today, and the play has been flawless. Come up a little short there, of course. And huge shot here. I've always felt like missing the 9 is, it's just such a huge swing. It's a shock to the system for a pro player. They do not, he might miss one of these the whole week. Just nips it in there so nice. What a great shot. Naoyuki. Everybody loves him. Such a great guy.
Yeah, real positive spirit.
He's very positive spirit, and he's fun. I'm telling you. Have you seen the interview I'm talking about where they interview him at the World Pool Masters, and he tells a story, and it is something else. Had the whole place rolling. And with his accent and the language barrier, I mean, it was really like something straight out of SNL. But he's no joke. He's fierce and he plays great. I've seen him play quite a bit, and he is not a guy you want to have to deal with deep in the tournament. He's a killer.
Yeah, quality break and run out to tie the score right there. Still a lot of outer table action. I see Ruiz is over there playing. Looks like he's ahead 5-2. Can't tell who he's up against. Oh, Bader, I think. Is that right?
I feel like momentum-wise, this Souto, you know, he had a tough match with Strickland, and Hill, he had to shoot a real tough 5-ball, and he missed it and hooked Earl. And that happens, of course. But I think he's going to ride that momentum and has a chance to go deep because in his mind, you know, he feels like that could have went the other way easily, kind of stole that match, and he might kind of free stroke it from here. And he has to get past Naoyuki, of course, first. Kind of an interesting stance and grip, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
A little different.
Oh, yeah.
But it's effective. He kind of stands up. He has his right foot, his heel off the ground on a lot of shots, and it's
that's right.
You know, to me, I think you wouldn't be as braced and as still, but he sure makes it work.
So he's a non-conforming guy, and that adds to his personality, you know. But he's, I think, part of all those things. Oh, look at this.
Huge. He's going to get ball in hand here unexpectedly. These great players almost always hit the ball, but the reason he missed it, he was trying to go off the left side of it to create separation and then risk whiffing it completely. And, you know, if he aims full ball, he'll hit it every time, but you figure to sell out. So I don't blame him there. Big game here, chance to get ahead 3-2 and get running.
Hey, I learned another valuable thing when I was in Japan was that
you're huge.
No, yeah, that too. But
you're like 6'4".
I'd bought some sushi over here at a gas station. And I didn't like sushi.
Oh.
And then I got over to Japan. They said, try it. And I go, I don't think I like it. But actually, don't buy sushi at gas stations.
Yeah, don't buy it at gas stations, right. Oh, can you imagine sushi in Japan? I bet it's incredible.
Oh, it's incredible. It's right.
Now, this got really squirrely on him here.
Yeah,
I didn't expect the cue ball to be able to even get there. But
he's thinking about super thinning this, but I don't know.
Yep. You can scratch off before. He'd like to have the cue ball hit the 4 to slow it down, but
you know, going like a freight train,
right?
But he's going to go my way. That's what I do when I play bad position. I punish myself and make myself shoot the shot anyway.
You want the full treatment.
Right.
Wow, what a hit.
Now here he's made a dangerous, tough shot. So now further punish yourself and bank it straight back.
You know, the bank here, a lot of times, you know, if you can get the cue ball over near the other rail by the 4, it's not free, but it's doable with the 7-9 in the way because the 3 might bounce up. And if it doesn't lay right over the side pocket, if you miss it, it's free. I think he shoots at this. No, he overcut it. Well, and then when you overcut it, your cue ball won't lay near the long rail, and here you go, and you sell out. But I do feel like if he shot that shot 100 times, he's going to do well 65 times or something like that. And that's really all you're doing is playing the percentages. Every shot is just an educated guess from past experience. And when it goes wrong, you can look silly, but I believe he shot the right shot there. Very smart. He's just going to take the cut on the pink, go 3 rails, come into the line of the 5. Didn't overplay his hand there and try to get back or on the other side of the 4. I like this. This is one of the first lessons I was taught by Bob Hunter about coming into the line of the next shot instead of crossing the line. He said, you're crossing your lines too much, and that really helped me quite a bit once I understood. Because I nodded like, yeah, thank you. I had no idea what he was talking about. I really did. And then when I went to my friend, I go, he says I'm crossing my lines too much, and my friend Carl Wilson showed me. I was like, oh, okay, I'll quit doing that. Bobby Hunter, of course, a former world straight pool champion. So when he told me something in my formative years playing pool, I listened, even if I didn't understand what the heck he was talking about. Missable ball here. Very nice. That's one of those shots that as a player, you know you should make it, but you know it can be missed. So there's always that little tension because you know the disgust you'll feel going back to your chair missing that ball.
Yeah, it's so hard to get open balls
right.
to begin with.
But you know full well it's missable. Oh, he's playing this on the side. This cue ball doesn't want to hit the 9, of course. Okay, unless you do that. That's beautiful. A little sportsmanlike apology to Oi. Very nice. This table's quite fast. That ball will just stretch out and keep going. Looks like a nice straight pull break shot right here. Beautiful out.
3-2.
This kid's a killer. This kid's tough. Super tough.
Jonas Souto.
Yeah, he's, you know, he comes over with FSR and David Alcade, and I guess he's right. I mean, it looks to me like he's right in that range. He is a world-class player, no doubt.
Ed Ladawi on the scene, doing a great job.
Yeah, he always does. Long hours in dress shoes. He's been here since about 10 a.m., 9 a.m., working all day, as has the ACCUSTATS crew in the back all day long, 10 a.m. till about 2 in the morning every day for 15 days straight to bring you this great action.
Extreme left side of the break box. One ball's in the side.
Wow, the cue ball got hit.
Ball's getting kissed like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Not much of a shot here.
Yeah, this is tough. I think he might take this combo on, Mark. And what I like about it is you won't lose the 2. The 2 will stay there because of the 8. I think you might get a decent look at it if you make the combo. But yeah, it looks like he's taking it on. Quite missable, of course. Huge game here. No, he's playing safe. Okay. Yeah, it was so tough. He turned it down.
I think that's what it was.
Nice shot. Right. It was just laying a little funky, wasn't it?
Boy,
This is a devastating save.
It is.
Yeah, he has to travel the cue ball about 14 feet and try to hit a 2 1/4 ball.
That shot is like the pile driver in pro wrestling. It's been outlawed in many states. It's so lethal.
Yeah, you have to sign a waiver just to see it. Yeah.
Just to see it.
Oh, he hit it. Nice shot.
What a nice hit that was.
Nice shot. Testament to good cueing. If you put any side spin on that ball, you'll miss it. Couple ways to go here. Do you like cutting the 2 down by the 6, running into the 3, and staying behind the 8 to some degree? That's what it looks like he's going with here. Oh, that's even better. Simpler and better. Now, Souto is really going to have to do something
tough
tricky.
hit, yeah.
He could come 2 rails out of this corner.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's, you know, good luck with that.
I'm not even sure what he's looking at.
Yeah.
He's trying to. Well, he's not sure.
I like this better. I like this better. This is tough, but I think it's his best option.
Hard to get a rail here.
Look at this
no
little
problem.
shot. Might even get safe. Wow.
Like a pro.
No, didn't get saved, but that's not bad.
Yeah, whatever you did there was good.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, he's shooting at this. He's going to play position off the 8. Try to cut this in the side. Go off the 8 to the in rail, possibly.
You can scratch, too.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot. No, he was able to hold it into the 8. Heavy, great shot there. He made something out of nothing. Couple rails out for the 4 on the side. Your feel has to be on here. You know, you're shooting a 6-foot shot, little side spin, little swerve involved. If you don't hit this just right through the side of the pocket you want, that cue ball will stretch out. He hit it just perfect, it looks like.
Boy, he did.
Nice touch. A little short, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, that's pretty good. That's really nice.
I agree.
You might get to see a really cool shot here. Sometimes the players will hit this with a bottom right-hand cue ball and draw the cue ball to the in rail, side rail, and back out to the middle. It's fancy looking, but effective.
Yeah, it is a beautiful shot to watch, and then you're always tracking right at your target.
Yes.
When you catch it pure.
Not for sure that he'll play it, but he knows the shot, and if he deems it necessary here, you'll get to see a cool one. I think that's what he's doing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hit it about as good as you could hope. Now this next one's interesting here. This is cue ball has to travel about 10 or 11 feet with a follow stroke. Got to really get through this cue ball. Excellent.
Yeah. When it first took off, I didn't think he hit it hard enough. But then
I didn't either. Yeah, he just got into where it's good. Not going to have to travel up and back, I believe. Again, your cueing has to be at a premium. Any side spin here, and you can hit the 9. You can scratch. Oh, he hit it so nice.
Just as pure as it could be going into the pocket.
This guy is a trained assassin. Absolutely. It's like the movies, you know, get Jason Bourne, it's like, call Oi. We've got to handle Souto from Spain. Extension on the back of his cue, like many of the players nowadays, for that little extra power, reach. Punch this out a couple rails so you can let your stroke out. Nice. 3 apiece.
His mannerisms.
Oh, yeah.
The way he walks.
Oh, yeah.
He just shuffle along there. Facial expressions.
Oh, he's a beauty. He'll do like this. If he wins, he might do. I don't even want to spoil it because I mean, but he does this like samurai thing, and he'll go, "Oi, oi, oi," and he'll take his cue and like a samurai motion. It's hilarious. Yeah, he's something. All the Japanese players I've been around over the last 20 years, they've been very reserved, very quiet. They're kind of meek, you know. Not Oi. He's a wild child.
Yeah, they're fairly stoic.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
We like pain. Good break there. I kind of like the way Souto gets down. He gets down low. He's not playing with power. He's going for accuracy.
Yes, he does.
It looks like the 2 would go in the side pocket.
Yeah, and I think the cue ball runs down off the 7 near the 4 if the 4 passes the 6, which I believe it does. You know, a lot can go wrong here. You can get behind the 9. You can get right to the end rail under the 4, but you got to shoot at this and take a chance. Again, everything's an educated guess, and these guys guess right more than most. Yeah, sometimes that cue ball does something like that, but it's got a chance to play a nice safety now.
Well, he hit the cue ball too low.
Right, I thought so.
That's apparently.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
yeah. Well, you're very good at three-cushion billiards, too, and you see those subtleties. When you run off the ball and the tangent line, you know, the draw will dictate where the cue ball ends up. And he just misread that a fraction. He's human. Boy, what has he got here?
Boy.
He'd like to leave the 4 there, obviously, and go off it back up table where he's standing, I would think. He could even try to stay behind the 6, but that always makes me nervous.
Yes.
Hitting it 1 mile an hour down there.
But what happens is when you miss it, or the table rolls off, or you hit a crumb of chalk,
that's right.
You look like the biggest fool in the world.
Yeah, that's right.
For those of us that primarily play for our own self-image.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he's left a tough shot here, but a shot. And again, right off the plane from Spain, Souto might not make this ball, but he's been playing for 8 days in this room. I think this is the 8th day. He is in dead punch, subconscious kill mode, and I figure he hits this real good. Well, he's not even shooting at this.
No, and I thought I heard you say the plane in Spain.
And everything.
Rain.
And then he played safe. That looked like very cuttable. The youngsters never play safe. He fooled me there. I really thought he'd go there. But, man, this is a good shot here. Oi in big trouble.
Well, if he can hit the right half of the 4-ball, there is a chance to trickle in. There's a chance to scratch in the side, but there's also a chance to trickle in behind the 5 and 6, too.
Well, you know, when you're
good effort.
When you're kicking, you know, on the 1 and the 2 ball, there's so much traffic on the table. You get safe a lot, but when you get down to the last 4, 5, 6 balls on the table, the kicks are spooky because there's just nothing hardly to hide behind. And Oi, from that position, will do very well to win this game.
He did a good job.
He got away with it, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he did well to hit it.
Yep.
And gave himself a chance to have something good happen. That's why Efren was so tough. I mean, he kicked at 1,000 balls in his career and missed like 3 of them. You know, I mean, he gave himself chances, hardly ever gave up ball in hand.
Now look at that good shot.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
He had to warp the angle to get past the side pocket, yet control the object ball.
Yeah, that was real nice. And I really don't see any safeties that jump off the page to me. If possible, I kind of like maybe driving the 4 back down to where the cue ball is. Cue ball up behind the 7-5. But you have to maybe put a little high right on the cue ball. Do you like that, Mark, or do you think you? Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's trying to do. But, man, this could go bad in a hurry. That's not too bad. That's not bad. If the guy makes this shot, you just say, good shot.
He was able to avoid the double kiss. That's one of the big issues with that shot.
Yes. Make your opponent come with a long, great shot. To my buddy listening at home up in Canada, Brian Wallace, who was a pro golfer, this is about like hitting a 2-iron right here. And he knows that. He's a good pool player. He knows how hard to – man, what a shot. Truly remarkable.
Whew. Fantastic shot.
And just races to the next shot like that was a 9-iron, but it was more like a 2-iron. He just hit a great shot there. If he gets past Oi, and the way he snuck by Earl, you know, I don't know. I mean, some of these younger players that don't have that massive victory yet, I mean, they want it more than anybody, and he will get ramped up for this next couple days, and I think he'll be a real threat and somebody you don't want to take light. You know, there's always the big names. Everybody's talking about Gorst and Filler, but somebody like this can ruin their day in a hurry. I mean, when I first started playing around the tour, there was Alex Peggaline and Corey Deuel, youngsters, but as a general rule, you know, I was drawing Strickland in his prime and Rodney in his prime and that. And when I drew somebody who was 22 years old, I kind of felt like, all right, I got a whippersnapper here. And they almost always played exactly how I thought they would. They wouldn't move real good. They'd shoot at too many shots that were too tough, and they'd get frustrated and mad and slam. But not these young players. They look so seasoned. This kid here looks like he's won 9 world championships, just the way he's handling himself.
Right.
In the biggest arena, cameras on him, huge money, playing Oi. You think he could falter, and he's playing like Ralph Souquet.
Yeah, he's not wilting. He's
no,
not
I
backing
mean, look
down.
at that ball he punched in there to get started. Like,
Can't even imagine.
oh, to come with that in this situation is so impressive. As a fellow player, I know that I'm saying a little prayer before that, and he just rips it in, runs out like no worries. Yeah, always got his hands full.
What I learned to do was that when I had to face a shot like that, I always aimed it not at the pocket. And then I had a better chance of hitting the pocket. If I went right at the pocket, they always hit the left
like
or
aim
right.
out of bounds, you might hit a fairway once.
Right.
Ooh, almost made the 9. Gonna have a look at the 2. Oh wow,
great
this
look.
is ideal. 3 got a little covered up, but he'll take it. We're gonna get to see some cue ball movement here. He has to draw back to just the right spot.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. It looks like over there where his tip's at, if he can get the cue ball over there about where the second diamond is.
That would be perfect.
That would, because that would free up the path of the 3, and you could just roll it and then just come back out and play the 4 in the same pocket. But he's got to move the cue ball.
He hit it perfect.
I don't know. Did he get well, maybe he did.
I think he did. I like his body language. And that's like one of those shots, like I say, right off the plane from Tokyo the first day. Sketchy. But after playing 8 days, man, these guys start hitting their marks like robots.
Yeah, that was good.
That was awesome.
Yeah, he was able to ease in for a position on the 4.
Yeah, I like this. Go to the in rail. Go to the in rail. Be able to travel out to the middle for the 6 with ease. If you can just get out on all the racks you're supposed to get out on, you can do well on the professional billiards tour. I mean, you don't have to do the superhero stuff. Making them long, tough shots is great, but not if you blow the easy innings where you're supposed to get out. And these top players, they run out 99% of the racks they're supposed to get out on, and that's a very impressive thing.
Nice second break and run out of the match for Oi. And, boy, you said a mouthful there. If you just can take care of what you're supposed to do, you don't do anything great, you're going to be a threat. You're dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
You're in the hunt. You're in the match.
I mean, punching in some jacked-up shot off the back rail gets a lot of applause, and it pumps you up and everything. But Nick Varner and just name any of the Hall of Famers. What they were really, really great at is getting out when they were supposed to, and then they got out sometimes when they weren't supposed to. When I was a youngster coming into the pro ranks, I thought you just had to get out every time from everywhere, and nobody ever missed a ball, and I had it all wrong.
Me too.
Yeah.
Totally guilty.
And over the years, you figured out what was important and what you had to focus on.
Yeah, it's not the hero shot.
No, because you just don't make those every time. But when you make a hero shot and then you miss an easy 6 ball, so devastating.
Boy.
Perfect.
Like his approach to the break.
And just got covered up on the 1. He might elect to jump it, although it doesn't really carry much shape with the 5 being there, even if the cue ball came around. But yeah, I don't know if I like jumping it. I mean, it's a tough jump just to get kind of nothing.
Yeah.
What do you think? Would you jump at this mark? I mean, it's kind of
Just
tough to
maybe out of
push.
self-preservation.
Yeah,
He's
I
gonna
like pushing
out.
to the kick and then
Okay.
kick the one upstream. Oi will take this most likely, and he'll kick this one up table. Try to create some distance. Make his life tough here. Put the one on the back row.
Well, you make it sound like it's just automatically all that.
No,
happens.
it's not. No,
You
got
gotta
to
hit a good ball
You got to
to
hit
have
the
all that
one.
happen.
Yeah, you got to hit the one, the right thickness.
But yeah, I kind of like that left English and kind of that kick and slow it down.
Yeah.
Maybe it filters off the rail into the 5.
Yeah. Oh no, this can be messed up for sure. But I just like it when I get a chance to create 8-9 feet of distance.
Yeah, he
But
filtered it into
this, look at here. This, oh, it almost went in. He almost hooked himself.
but he did get it off the rail into the 5, which is what, so we know he
very
made
nice.
a great attempt at that.
Very nice shot there.
Was.
Made that look pretty easy.
Now this is brutal. He's thinking about massing around the 3 here or something. Whew, that's a narrow window. Everything's bad. Everything he has to manufacture an angle that's not there naturally.
This will be a cool looking shot. He's going to come down farther down past the side pocket with speed and draw and get the cue ball to
maybe even left
arc.
to shorten
Yeah. Wham. Look at that shot.
What a shot.
What a shot.
What a shot.
Yes, it was. And I'll bet you he's got some experience playing 3-cushion billiards. That's a big game in Spain.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling he's played some 3-cushion, which I absolutely suck at, but I think is such a fun game. I got to play with my good friend in L.A., Gilbert Najam, and he's about a 1.2 average. I mean, he's a great player, and he gave me a lesson for a couple days. It was so much fun. We got to play on a heated Verhoeven table, if that's how you pronounce it, and it just played so nice. I am beyond hideous at 3-cushion billiards, but it's really fun. I was having fun playing it. I think you've ran a few 10s at it. You're good at it.
Few.
Yeah, you being from
few.
the
Yeah,
oh,
few.
a few. Yeah, just a few.
Few. I like the way you do that. Yeah.
I mean, right?
No, I barely ran 2. But I do love the game.
Oh yeah, it's a great game. Yeah. Oh, he hit that good. Might get the hook. No, I don't think so. Don't think so. Souto's got a chance to attack here. Yeah, he's thinking of playing the rail first where he can control the cue ball. He's going to accept a little bit longer shot on the 3 doing this. If he came off the left side of the 3 and you hit it too thin, you could lose the cue ball down by the 6. This is a little safer. Nice shot. Now the fun starts. Yeah, this couple ways to play it. You know, the bottom right English draw to the middle or a high left cue ball. Neither one's that easy. You got to avoid the side pocket here. Very nice. Oh, he made that look so routine. A little thicker maybe than I thought.
You know, one thing, though, that does happen is that guys like to go the low right there rather than the high left because they use the low right so much more often. They're more comfortable.
Yeah, you're just going to make it like more often. That's right.
You just feel better. Your confidence is up higher because of
Absolutely.
familiarity.
Absolutely. Yeah, it does look a lot easier in that high inside, doesn't it? I always tell people, if you want to get good at shooting side spin shots, shoot side spin shots and shoot a bunch of them. Shoot a bunch of them all day, every day until you're proficient at it.
Oh, you have amazing capacity to generate spin beyond the average, but also you push those boundaries harder than most people, too.
Yeah.
And that's how you develop that.
Yeah.
You stay in your little comfort zone, then you are what you are.
Yeah, no, I learned that from Strickland early on. I used to watch him 20 years ago warm up, and he would just shoot these ridiculous long bridge, side spin. And I finally asked him, I'm like, I mean, you just trying to get your arm loose? He goes, well, no, I'm trying to, like, figure out how the table swerves and how the ball's going to react so I can make this when it counts. And, yeah, he wasn't afraid to miss in front of the crowd warming up. And I was up there, like, dinking in straight in 6-inch shots.
Yeah.
But that's not how you get dialed in. Spin that ball, and it'll serve you well under pressure.
Boy, we got a heck of a match going on
Yeah,
here.
they're playing great. They're playing absolutely fantastic level. I've seen plenty of these missed over the years. When that cue ball's near the rail, it adds difficulty. He handled it nicely.
5-4 and great out there.
Yeah, sure was. Yeah, this guy can really play. Did you ever think 40 years ago, Mark, when you're at a tournament, we'd be playing on a diamond, 4.5-inch pockets, carbon fiber shafts, wearing gloves, using talum chalk, you know, like all the different stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
gloves. Like, what is that all about? And jump cues and cell phones.
Yeah, really.
Imagine Buddy Hall from 1975 coming out of a time machine. He'd probably still give everybody the last two. Oh. I bet you remember the first time you played on Simona's cloth, what an improvement that was. I guarantee you thought, wow, this is fantastic. Can we keep using this?
And they've supported every event I've been to ever
yes,
since.
that's
and
amazing.
I support them.
Yeah, that's amazing.
One in the side. Good job there. Is he going to get a shot at the
might
two?
Get a shot at the two. And this is, I am never one of those commentators that likes to say it's an easy rack, but this is manageable. It's not easy.
Look at, they got the TPAs up there. What is that? Can you
both
read it?
play at 907, 913.
Yeah, high quality.
That could be their Fargo rating. Yeah, I wish. You know, the cue ball, though, is going to want to stay near the rail. I think he has to hit this with a high ball and come 2 rails down and off the back rail to get a reasonable shot at the 3. Oh, he looks like he's drawing back. Oh, he can hold. No, he's got to let it go, doesn't he? Oh, he missed it. The first real bobble by Oi. Boy, as good as he's been playing, kind of didn't see that coming. Down 5-4 too. Huge break for Souto. This is his chance to really take control of this match if he gets out. Huge miss by Oi.
Well, along with playing hard all week and getting dialed in, also comes fatigue and wear and tear.
Heck yes. Oh, heck yes. Yeah. Especially the guys that played in the 5x10 event. They played in that, and I mean, Gorse played in the 1 pocket and won the 5x10, got 3rd in the 1 pocket, 1st in the 5x10, and he's undefeated in the,
Wow.
Talk about physical exertion.
Mental exertion.
Yeah, that too. Oh, perfect speed. Nice shot. Yeah, this kid's nothing to mess around with, Oi. You better play your full speed from here on out to have a chance to win this set. We are getting down deep in this tournament. And this is where legends are made. Perfect. Got behind the 7 where he can fall down for the 8. His touch has been spot on. This young man is really feeling it, really trusting in his subconscious ability, letting his talent just bubble to the surface, relaxed. Yeah, he is playing very impressive. You can see how bad he wants it. He looks so focused at the table. He's using the Predator. I believe that's the Sang Lee series, the 3-cushion series butts. They're beautiful. Probably a Revo 12-4 shaft, looks like it. I'd like to think Predator, why I have a chance. Without them, it'd be very difficult for me to travel around and get a chance to talk to you guys at home, playing events. Thank you, Predator. Talum Chalk also supports me, and I think it's the best chalk in the world. I got to shoot about 200,000 balls using Talum, and I think I had like 1 or 2 skids. I know that sounds impossible, but it's the truth. And that's why you'll see a lot of the pro players using this stuff. It's taken the pool world by storm. Keeps the balls clean, cloth clean, reduces skids, your hands clean, doesn't wear out the shaft. It's pretty amazing. I think I might start pureeing it in the morning and drinking it. It's pretty. It is pretty good though.
That was quite a soliloquy.
I mean,
you know,
it's good stuff.
This kid let this talent go. It was a bedtime story. I was
Yeah.
closing off there.
Yeah, yeah. I did kind of just go on a little novel there, a little storytelling.
Yeah. Here we go. Nice break there. 2 balls down.
Yeah, I think I'm going to talk to my guys at town. We need to get them out here in the arena as one of the big sponsors. They would fit nicely. I'll tell you what, he's just taking control of this match, Mark. I mean, wow. Running out from everywhere, breaking good.
Yeah, great shot maker, this kid.
Always in big trouble.
Well, not quite yet.
I mean, I just feel like a 2-game lead, middle of the match, is pretty substantial. You know, it's enough to be concerning. I feel it's.
I think it was really the devastator was the unforced error when he missed the open ball. That was.
Okay, that is what Oi needed big time. He's got to get past the 6 here. Oh, that was a huge shot. Souto could have possibly put Oi away right there, but we have action now. This is not easy. This 2-ball throws it on the in rail, and Naoyuki's going to have to really show some finesse here.
Yeah, for sure. Oi is the most animated Japanese player I've ever seen. His facial expressions, everything.
Oh, yeah.
He gives you the full gamut.
No, he does. I'll tell you what. You want to see a tough shot.
This is it.
Just making this 3 is reasonably tough because the cue ball's near the rail. He has to draw it all the way back for the 4. Oh, he's got some angle. He can follow it, thankfully. If he would have had to draw this would have been bad news. He moved a little bit on it.
He sure did.
He might have got away with this. He might have got away with this.
Yeah, I don't think. This
rail
kid
first.
can go rail first.
Yeah.
He can smooth that in. I
Mikey.
think this plays right into this kid's wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm. And it takes you right to the 4 if he makes it.
And this is the one that it's a crippler if he gets out here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you know you right
now you
there.
missed 2 balls, open balls.
Yeah. Nope, Souto a big favorite from this point on. A 2-game lead looking to make it 3. Oi in huge trouble.
Maybe you could share the Craigslist.
Yeah, I can send him a link, to get the queue on Craigslist. Yeah. Just put it on my account, save you $5 posting it. All right. Yeah, they charge $5 now to sell motorcycles on there. I sold one of my street bikes just the other day, and you got to pay $5 to use Craigslist now. I don't know how it's been free all these years. I don't know how they make money with it being free, but yeah. Well, he's got to maybe come out 2 rails here. Oh, drew it across. I like that. I like that just punch stroke, being able to hit it instead of flutter it in with the side spin. this table's a little bit tighter. I mean, here on the main arena here, this is a 4 1/4 inch pocket table, and they are handling it pretty well. Oi hasn't played his absolute best. He's played well. Souto has played incredible.
Over 900.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the TPA, it shows how accurate it is. I mean, he's shooting a 902 and leading 6-4, going up 7-4 most likely. Very nice.
And Souto bringing the pain. You know, sometimes in a tournament you rally, you struggle through a match, but if you can gut it out, sometimes you get 2 or 3 matches that you get through, and on paper they look like they're going to be close, but somehow you just get that momentum going, and then all of a sudden you're in the top 5 or 6.
Right. I mean, that match he snuck by with Earl Hill, and he missed the 5. You know, he missed the 5 on a tough shot, of course. But if he doesn't hook Earl wins that. You know, we're not even getting to watch this young man play. Instead, he is just going to use that as a springboard to go deep. I don't know what position this puts him in if he wins this match, but he's in the thick of it now. Nice crowd here, even late at night for 11 o'clock at night. Quite a few people hanging around. A lot of people at home watching.
Hey.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Here
That's
we
reasonable.
go. Yeah. Got to start somewhere. To mount a charge, you got to start right here, Naoyuki. This is absolutely imperative you get out here to have any chance, in my opinion. I mean, sure, you'll see the occasional huge comeback, but you do not want to go down 8-4 against Souto, who's playing just perfect pool. That just seems like an insurmountable lead to somebody playing that well. Oh, look at this speed control. What a nice shot.
What a nice shot that was.
A nice shot. Threaded right between the 6 and the side and fell perfect. That was impressive.
This is where you really have to be kind of a trained onlooker, because you don't appreciate. You just think, well, the cue ball goes there.
Yeah, it just
no,
goes,
it doesn't go there.
It doesn't just naturally go there. It goes right into the 6 or in the side or too far or too short. I mean, he just hit it beautifully.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen Naoyuki at the U.S. Open this year. I believe he won some big matches. I mean, he beat some superstars, and he's a superstar himself. But he is not afraid of the biggest stages in pool, and I would not count him out. Got a little work left to win this rack, but this is a big shot. Got to put this 6 down, and he should be well on his way to a 7-5 score line. Do you like going around the 7 here, Mark? He might have to, right? I mean, is it too thin to just roll it in, rail it out? It looks like he's going to draw it out 2 rails and 7 in the side. Oh, no. Oh, boy. I think he was going around the 7 there. He got there. Okay. Phew. That had his full attention there.
That spent a lot of time in no man's land, for sure.
He did.
Just crept in there at the end.
Table's nice and fast, and he could feel that. Wow, that was a smart play there. That's gutsy to take that shot on the 8 and know that you might get a little funny on that, you know. A lot of players will make sure that they just can shoot the 8 in the side, and he just trusted his ability, settled for the tougher shot.
All right. Quality break and run out there. That's his 3rd time this set. Getting out from the break. 7-5's our score. Oi inches up to 862 on the TPA.
This is the one-loss side match, isn't it, Mark? I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, big match
50
here.
balls to 53 or 58?
58-50. 8 errors for Oi, 6 for Souto.
There's the rack track.
Yeah, been kind of back and forth for a while. Then Souto, 3 in a row. Oh, he needs a break here. He needs something good to happen. Yeah, that's what he's looking for. He wants that cue ball. Look at this here. Dry break, I believe. Where's the 2? Where's the 2? He has to make a long draw shot here. The 6-7 might be dead in the other corner. He's going to look at that. He'd love to see those wired to the other pocket. I think they are. You know, I've been playing 27 years, and I still get a kick out of seeing these long draw shots. They're just pretty to watch. That's a good shot. Got to make another nice shot here and go to the side rail. Oh, this ball here is plenty missable. Plenty missable. A ton of pressure on him right here. Huge shot in the match. He has to put this down. Come on, Oi. Let's see what you got, buddy. Great shot. Great shot.
He kind of lifted up like he knew this is important here.
Yeah, he about broke a collarbone right there after he hit it. He jumped up out of it. He wanted that to go in so bad. I know the feeling.
Plays with that grip hand forward of
Yes,
90
he
degrees,
does.
so power
Yes,
sometimes
he
can
does.
be an issue when you do that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you've already spent a couple inches of your stroke. It's already like pre-spent, right? There's probably some shots that maybe it's better doing it that way, but it seems like it robs you of a little power.
Yeah, Mosconi was ahead of 90.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I think you could maybe get away with that in straight pull, but the break shot, man, you got to put some power on that break shot. That's the one shot in straight pull. You do got to have some power. Yeah, I like holding the cue farther back myself. Oh, Naoyuki. Well, that will be quite costly. I have a feeling. I think Souto has already decided the 7's dead. He's going to check it maybe one more time. No, he's looking at. Wow, is he going to open him up here?
I think he is.
guess he
I
has
think
to.
the 7's to the low side.
Maybe,
here.
yeah, so he has
just
to
like when you look on the overhead here.
Oh, yeah, I never did do that. You're right. It's dipping to the end rail. He has to run into him here. Hit it perfectly.
Boy, what a nice shot that was.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
This Souto, he has some funny shots, that he's really good at. Not only is he a straight shooter, but he kind of, some of his stuff is not as classic as what we're used to looking at, but some of it, his unconventional ways are kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been impressive so far, and now he's the threat. Nobody has to beat this guy. I mean, look at how straight he shoots, and that was with a high left cue ball. That was a fantastic shot. Yeah, I watched him play a little bit in Vegas this year. He was playing next to me and warming up, and he's just another young killer that you got to get past to go deep in the tournament. Stop your cue ball there. Nice. I don't know about you, and I know you can get anywhere on the 8, but I like coming high right English, 2 rails, in rail, side rail, and dropping right to the back rail. That way my cue ball just feeds right down into the 9. Well, he can do it that way too, but I like where he put the cue ball. That little natural angle. Now you don't have to ramp up with some big power stroke and miscue or something crazy. These great players are always looking to make it just as easy as possible. tell you, the toughest 10 minutes of your life as a player is right after a match like this where you've kind of felt like you gave it away, and that walk back to the hotel room.
Yeah.
Man, it is like, and then everybody, you know, kind of looking at you and not wanting to say anything because they know that you just snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. And,
Yeah.
you know, and, it is a gut-wrenching 10-minute walk, I promise you. As you know, you've done it for years, and there's nothing worse.
I know.
I feel for the players, like, because I know somebody will walk away from this just completely dejected and disappointed.
Yeah, my windshield's heard some language I'm not happy about.
Yeah.
I kicked my dog on the way in the house. I mean, the whole thing.
Yes. I threw my cue case once across a parking lot. I lost a set for huge money gambling, and I threw it out the door about 40 feet and picked it up, threw it another 40. By the time I got to the hotel room, it was not going to do well on Craigslist. I mean, it was really pretty durable case, so I was kind of like a little R&D testing. I was impressed that it kept the cue in there, but I mean, sometimes you just lose your mind. But it's Oi won't. But if anybody can shake it off, it's Oi. He's such a happy-go-lucky guy, but yeah, I know what he's feeling right now because he feels like he's kind of let this match slip away.
It's not over.
No, it's not over. He can definitely turn it around. If anybody can do it, it's this guy.
Have you ever seen people smash their cues? I mean, just viciously smash them.
Well, how you like my first pro tournament I ever played in my life? I turned 27 years old. I'm playing Mike Siegel in front of 999 players on camera, and he breaks his cue, and I was like, is this how pro tournaments go? Like, I'd never played in a pro tournament, and somebody breaks, my pool hero breaks his cue. I played Jack Cooney one time and lost about $4,000 of my own money, and I went outside and I smashed my cue against a pole, and the whole thing was just like fluttering down like golf tees, like sawdust in the air. And,
so you did that? Okay.
Oh yeah, and Jack just looked at me and kind of took a drag on a cigarette, and kind of a little half smile, and just didn't say nothing.
Barbara.
Yeah, nice shooting, Jack. Yeah, and I went and stepped into traffic. It was brutal. Oh, what a shot there.
Well, I've seen every kind of a cue shattering, breaking thing, but the best ever was at Jerry Bryce's pool room. And the guy lost the set, shook the player's hand, and then just calmly snapped it over his knee rather than unscrew it. Just and then put it in the case and went on.
Ho-hum.
Yeah, it was classic.
That is funny.
Yeah, he didn't do it. There was no violence to it. It was just real quiet. Rather than unscrew it, he just snapped it.
I heard a story about a guy in North Carolina that broke one of the house cues, and the owner come running over, giving him grief, and he goes, "Well, how much are these?" He said, "They're $10," and he gave the owner 100 and pulled 10 off the wall and broke them to make a point in front of everybody. And this was one of those high roller guys you let do whatever he wants. I think it was Bob Hooker, but he was such a funny guy. I could see him doing something like that.
Nice out there.
Yeah, nice.
Naoyuki Oi.
8-6, still in it. Yeah, if you haven't broken a cue, you just it's like they say, like, if you've never dropped your motorcycle, well, you don't ride much. You ride enough, you're gonna. I don't mean crash, but like drop it in the driveway, moving it or something. Sure. It's like impossible to not do it once in 10 years. I've dropped a couple. I think. For sure, my couple street bikes I've dropped right in the driveway, or, it happens. But yeah, the breaking the cue thing, I'm not proud of it, and I haven't broke a cue in about 20 years. But I've sure considered it a few times.
You're about due.
I'm due any minute.
You're about due.
I am real due.
Then we'll do an evaluation of the Predator for you.
Yeah.
Find out what their durability is.
Yeah.
Okay, Souto breaking here. 8-6 in front. One ball didn't go down. Something did, though, right? Yeah, 3,
not really
6, 8. Yeah. Something went in, at least.
The 3-6, a disaster. The 1's covered up. Yeah, this could be a long tactical game here. Oi looking kind of stressed out. Hands on his forehead, looking down. tired, stressed, anxious. I know the feeling. I felt that standing on the altar at my first marriage.
Tired, stressed.
Worried, anxious, combative. Yep, at the altar.
You know, when you look at Oi, his body language wasn't good, but I think he always kind of looks that way. Let's just say you were his coach. What would you be saying to him in the corner there?
Well, I'd just tell him, Naoyuki, you're one of the best players on the planet. Stay tough, and let's see if we can make something happen.
All right. I like it. Yeah. Very calming. Even though you don't feel that internally, you do that for him, right?
That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You'd be checking plane tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Can we get out of here early?
Putting my Craigslist ad on. I've just lost the lag. Match has barely started. I've given up.
I know. That would be hilarious. I'd like to hear your internal thoughts at all times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they ought to live stream that. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice shot.
Didn't take on too much of a shot and played a great safety.
Yep, hit it perfect. I think he's got to go to the sand wedge here. Take out the jump cue. I played golf with my buddy Dave Cooper one time. He doesn't play golf at all. We're standing there in the middle of the first fairway, and I'll never forget. He looks at me and goes, what are these little striations on the face? I said, those are called grooves. And I immediately thought, this is going to be a long round of golf. Striations. What are these striations? We're screwed. I just had him pick up at like double bogey every hole. Get in the cart. Just get in the cart.
Just pick up.
I mean, you can't finish out. He just shot a 47 on every hole.
Yeah. Yeah, he really jumped out of his shoes there.
He does kind of do that. He's timed it. He kind of jumps out of his stance. He almost times it, and there's a little bit of, torso movement and shoulder rotation and head comes up, but he's still so talented that when he gets it working right, timing right.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it would be better to probably just try to hold dead still.
A lot of complexity there, but if he can keep it all together, it's just, boy.
What a nice shot.
Look at that.
Oh, he hit that so good.
Yeah.
He's got a chance to make this combination, especially if the three's off the rail, just an eighth of an inch or so.
Ooh.
Your make percentage is pretty high if the six is just off the rail, which I think it is. Yeah, the six is going to go pretty often. If the six was frozen, though, good luck.
Oh, yeah.
As you know. What do you like here, Mark? Just a bottom right cue ball draw back? Yeah, I think that's the shot.
Yeah.
There we go. Real nice.
Well, he got out there more than I thought he could, too, so that was a good shot. This kid is tough.
Oh, he's a great player. Yeah, great player. Yeah, he's a pro player. I mean, I don't know how long he's been really playing professionally, but he's a full-time professional player, travels the world and competes in everything and represents sponsors. I mean, he's the real deal. Got the shirt to prove it.
Jonas Souto.
And if you've never seen Oi play, this is not up to his full potential. Yeah, I've seen him play better. This has been a tough day at the office for him. Nice shot there. chance to reach the hill first. And he'll be happy to see that. Man, he has pocketed balls real good this set. Hardly missed anything.
Yeah, real interesting. They Spanish players all pretty square at the cue ball. You know, they just like that.
Yeah, he resembles FSR and Alcade. Yeah, he looks like him to me over the ball. And as you can imagine, they are probably his pool heroes, and he grew up watching them play.
You'll probably still are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at the things they've done. Mosconi Cup players winning U.S. Opens and
snapping people off, taking down big money.
Oh, yeah. He's right behind them. And that's what you need. You need to be inspired. And you know, what happens to some of the older players is they lose the inspiration because you dream of getting on a Mosconi Cup. They've done it. You dream of winning the U.S. Open. They've done it. And once you lose your desire and motivation to stay at the top is impossible. These young guys, I mean, they're practicing and focused, and they want it, and they will not be denied.
Well, he needs to win 4 in a row. That's a good start. The one in the side.
Yep. Boy, give him a look.
Has a shot.
He's got to look at the tube.
Shot.
Difficult layout.
That's good.
But yeah, it's something. It's something.
This is opportunity. This isn't anything to dread.
No,
if you don't like this, you've come to the wrong place.
That's right. This isn't for you. Souto with a 923 TPA, which is phenomenal. Oi, 851, professional caliber pace. That's really good, right, Mark? That's world-class pace.
Well,
not world-class, but it's professional caliber.
Professional is 850 and world-class is 900.
That makes sense. Nice shot there. Now let's watch this body movement we're talking about because he times it well. Let's see what he does with his
grip hands forward.
Grip hands a little forward. Oh, he held still pretty well there, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe he doesn't really jump around.
When he feels threatened and he has to do something that's out of his comfort zone, that's when that manifests itself into a dynamic deal that even then he sometimes holds it together long enough. But he certainly doesn't have the classic big flowing backswing like Gorst or Albin Ocean, you know, where it comes back so straight and just completes. And then his is a little wobbly to the side, and then it's short, and then he just kind of gets through it.
He has to punch this cue ball around the 9, I believe. He has to go around the 9, side rail, end rail, side rail. Nice shot.
I mean, he's broken run 4 or 5 of the racks so far in this match. You know, it's not like
right. He's played really great, except just a couple little bobbles, but they were tough shots, of course.
And then Souto was playing so good, he punished him every time.
Yes. Well, you know, you figure a top player is only going to miss a few balls, but some sets you miss those balls, but you leave your opponent tough and you hook them, and you don't get penalized.
And you don't feel that,
right. And then other sets, the 4 balls that you miss, you leave them straight in all 4 times and you get beat. Yeah, there's a little luck to everything, and you've just got to keep plugging away, and things will go your way eventually if you put in the time and the work and the travel. Look at those great sponsors out there, Mark. Predator, Q-Tech, Diamond, Simonis, Master Chalk, AZ Billiards.
Aramith.
Wow. We are lucky.
Predator.
And they're the best, and they are great products. We're not just like sponsored by bad stuff. That's really nice to see. All the best stuff. Love it.
9 ball.
9 on the side. Who?
Ooh.
Well, Naoyuki with a chance to do something here. Well, I'll tell you, I can't tell if he can play the 1-4 combination because the billiard would be scary if the one's frozen.
Double kiss zone.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going to get on the
Yep.
1?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's ugly.
It's like dealing with Biden. You might get an unwanted kiss. This is definitely tough. Oh, yep.
He tried the double,
Yep.
or tried to, and got the double kiss.
Yep. Well, man, he doesn't have much here. Wow. To fram away like that, and I mean that was kind of a fram, just a Hail Mary frammer jammer, but yeah, he was limited there. But the double kiss was so tough to beat.
Kind of like that term. He frammed away.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot.
Man, I'll tell you what. This
Outstanding.
This guy here.
You know, it's the most interesting thing because I watch him sometimes and it's shocking, and then all of a sudden he comes up with that from awkward angles and stuff.
I mean, he's
got some
crafty
tools.
now. He's been around. It like I said, it's not like 25 years ago with the youngsters. I mean, they've all sat and watched YouTube and they watch ACCUSTAT video productions, and they're just smart. I mean, they know how to move and how to think, and this young crop of players are super tough. Now, he's going to try to tie something up here.
Just take a foul.
Yeah. Don't blame him one bit.
7-8, ugly. The 1 and the 6, ugly.
Well, I'll tell you a shot I like. I don't think it's even available. If it was available, though. If let's say that one was an inch farther from the rail, you play the 1-9 combination, and you're nudging the 9 down by the pocket, and you might get ball in hand to shoot it again.
Yeah.
But he can't do it, so it's not even hardly worth talking about. But he is going to try to put the 1 out by the 9, hook him with the 6. Now, a lot of pressure to hit this
good.
1.
Yeah.
I mean, Oi has a 1 in like 25 chance to maybe kick the 9 in, but boy, he better hit this ball or he'll lose the game for sure.
I like the way you're thinking.
Right? He's got to hit it. I mean, he loses the match right here if he doesn't hit this ball. Souto will win 10-7.
You know, it'd be really important to just hit the 9 and even take a foul from
Oh,
here.
yeah.
It
With the
be
way
that
these
bad.
are laying,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I would do. I would just move the 9. He's not going to run out.
If he can.
Lost the whole match. Yep.
Went right between
Looks like
that field goal.
Souto's going to move on.
What was that? I don't think it was Oi, was it?
No, that was Souto.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Lovely.
I just heard a mating call from the center court. All right. So, Mark, that was a pleasure. I'd like to thank ACCUSTATS Video Productions for having me on board, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. That's our time for this time. And that concludes our broadcast day. So long for just a while.